कोपिंग विथ स्ट्रेस एंड प्रेशर। आई थिंक ये जो वर्ड है आज की हमारी डे टू डे लाइफ में हमारे साथ ये जुड़ चुका है। और चाहे हम छोटे बच्चों से बात करें, अगर बिकॉज आई एम अ टीचर, आई एम अ स्पेशल एजुकेटर, तो मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स से बात करूंगी। चाहे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स नर्सरी क्लास के हों, अर्ली इंटरवेंशन के हों, चाहे टीनेजर्स हों जो अभी 10th और 12th का बोर्ड एग्जाम्स देने वाले हैं, या फिर हम एडल्ट्स हों जो हम ऑफिस में काम करते हैं, जॉब प्लेस पे जाते हैं, या घर की अगर मैं बात करूं, तो हमारे डे टू डे लाइफ में ये डेली हम ये वर्ड्स यूज कर रहे हैं। और इनका इस्तेमाल हम करते हैं कि आज तो मैं बहुत स्ट्रेस में हूँ, आज बहुत प्रेशर है। अगर प्रिंसिपल सर ने कोई टास्क दे दिया है अपने एम्प्लॉयज को तो बहुत प्रेशर है और आज के आज ये कंप्लीट करना है। अगर किसी मैनेजर ने अपने एम्प्लॉयज को काम दिया है कि आज के आज ये काम कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, तो वो स्ट्रेस हमारे पास आ जाता है। बट हाँ, स्ट्रेस को किस तरह से आप हैंडल करते हैं उसके भी तरीके हैं। कुछ लोग स्ट्रेस को पॉजिटिव वे में लेके जाते हैं, कुछ लोग नेगेटिव वे में लेके जाते हैं, और इनके साथ हम कैसे कोप अप कर सकते हैं, आज हम हमारे गेस्ट स्पीकर से सारी बातें करेंगे। सबसे पहले संजय सर, गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, madam.
And a warm welcome to you on the platform
Th-
of Ek Padav.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure.
And here is a formal introduction for Sanjay Thakur sir, a passionate leader, keen learner, author, creative artist, entrepreneur, and sportsman is what makes Mr. Sanjay Thakur the man he is. He has had incredible journey in travel and tourism industry, spanning over 3 decades, where he worked with several reputed hotel chains. He is also the first principal to win the Unsung Hero award by Accor Hotels. He has been highly acknowledged and appreciated by various banks, restaurants, and hotels. As an entrepreneur, Mr. Sanjay has successfully launched Old Fox for a multi-cuisine restaurant and Shanghai Surprise. So, sir, इस इंट्रोडक्शन के साथ एक बार फिर से a warm welcome to you on the platform of एक पड़ाव। और आज शब्दों की बात सीरीज का हमारा टॉपिक है कोपिंग विद स्ट्रेस एंड प्रेशर। तो मेरा एक सबसे पहले आप अपनी एक्सप्लेनेशन या गाइडेंस जो भी हमारे साथ शेयर करें हैं, उससे पहले मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि क्यों हम इस वर्ड के बारे में बात करें। क्या ये शब्द हमारे मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है?
देखिए मैडम, आपने जिस तरीके से इंट्रोड्यूस किया मुझे,
जी।
the way you introduced me, that has added pressure on me. Are you getting or not? The pressure
ओके।
to perform, the expectations have gone higher.
जी।
तो ये हमेशा होता है। कल भी प्रेशर था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा. We cannot live without it. We have to learn to manage it. So did I answer your question? एक बार रिपीट कीजिए क्वेश्चन इफ आई हैव नॉट आंसर्ड.
नो सर, डेफिनेटली आपने आंसर
Yeah.
का बखूबी जवाब दिया, बट फिर भी
Yeah.
मैं रिप्लाई कर दे क्वेश्चन आपसे दोबारा पूछती हूँ कि जो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कोपिंग विद स्ट्रेस एंड प्रेशर, हम इसके बारे में क्यों बात कर रहे हैं? क्या ये आज भी हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है? हम सब
So it is important, madam. It is important. Yes, we have to learn. We have to know. We need to discuss.
सर, तो मैं स्टार्ट करूंगी। सबसे पहले आई थिंक यहाँ पे जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, कुछ एम्प्लॉयज होंगे, और हो सकता है कुछ आपके जैसे हाईली पोस्टेड पे भी हो। मैं सबसे पहले स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगी एक छोटे बच्चे से। शायद जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स होंगे वो उससे ज्यादा रिलेट कर पाएंगे कि जब हम एक छोटे बच्चे होते हैं उनके पास किस तरह का स्ट्रेस और प्रेशर है आज की डेट में।
छोटे बच्चे क्या एज के? स्कूल गोइंग?
स्कूल गोइंग सर।
देखिए होता क्या है ना, when you go out from your home and when you go to a new place, there will be definitely a requirement to adjust with the environment, adjust with new people, adjust with the new timetable. So that will definitely lead to some kind of stress, a pressure. You have to cope up with the new situation, and that is happening. There are so many, when you go to a school or a new place, you have a different kind of circle all around. The boys and girls with whom you have been interacting before is something new. Their food habit, cultural background, approach, everything is different. So there will be pressure and stress. We have to allow things to settle down. The teachers also should allow things to settle down. There should not be any hurry. So that is a stress, isn't it? It has to be handled. And I will suggest, which usually does not happen, usually, ab dekhiye, when in a kindergarten or when the kids starts the day in a nursery school or a pre-nursery school, the parents are kept away. They are told already, you leave your kids at the gate, you're not allowed to go in. That should not happen initially for a few days. That will allow the kids to settle down faster, and it will be a great stress buster. What we are trying to say is the teachers in the school also to be given a kind of training, and there has to be a realistic training. Sudden adjustment in any new place will definitely add to the stress. It has to be slow and gradual. Initially, the parents should be allowed to accompany their kids in the school for a couple of days, and then slowly we cut off. That will definitely help. But majority of the schools nowadays, you see, they are very well planned. The modern schools, they're well planned. They have kept all this in mind. They have a lot of open space. They give a lot of time for an informal interaction. So those basic things are there. But then a departure from one environment to another environment will definitely add to stress. Yes.
Yes, sir. Absolutely agree, sir. So, sir, जो हमारा टॉपिक है आज का कोपिंग विद स्ट्रेस एंड प्रेशर, तो और आजकल आई थिंक कोविड-19 से हमने स्टार्ट किया, हमें शायद हम सबको ये समझ में आया कि मेंटल हेल्थ हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। चाहे वो एक टीनेजर हो, चाहे वो ओल्ड एज पीपल हो, हर किसी के लिए एक उनका मेंटल हेल्थ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। सो ये जो स्ट्रेस एंड प्रेशर की हम बात करें, स्पेशली अगर मैं स्टूडेंट्स की बात करूं, अभी 10th एंड 12th के एग्जाम्स भी हैं जो उन्हें अभी कंडक्ट करने, उनके एग्जाम्स आने वाले हैं और आपके भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज रहेगी, किस तरह से हम कोप अप कर सकते हैं स्ट्रेस और प्रेशर के साथ?
देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम सबको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि लेट्स वरी अबाउट let's worry, work, and think and discuss about those things that is in our control. Which is not in our control, if we focus on that, then it is very difficult to manage stress. I'm sure you'll agree. So let's worry, work, and think, and discuss here in which is in our control. For example, examination. It is a normal process that we all go through the examination period. What we need to understand is that the preparation of the examination should start from the day one of the year, whether it is a first year, second year, or a first standard or the second standard. It should start from the first day itself. If that happens, I'm sure there'll be no pressure for the final examination, because हमने सुना भी है, लोग कहते भी हैं कि अनाड़ी तैयारी क्या करते हैं खिलाड़ी नहीं. अनाड़ी तैयारी क्या करते हैं खिलाड़ी नहीं. So a student should be prepared and should be preparing on a daily basis. Now, that is number one. Number two is, how do you prepare? We all have to understand that our body is made of 5 elements, isn't it? The earth, for example, the air, for example, the heat or the sun or the fire, for example. You know, where do you get this? Where do you get the space or the ether? It comes outside, isn't it? So when we go out and connect with the nature, that means when we go for a walk, when we play, when we do yoga and meditation in the open air, when we live or spend some time in the green environment, what happens? Our body is getting tuned to handle the pressure, handle the stress. Of late, what is happening is majority of the younger crowd in particular are confining to rooms. They are not going out, and that adds to the pressure or the stress. Am I audible, madam?
So you are audible, sir.
Yeah. So number one is to handle the examinations, physical activity should go on a regular basis, and that activity should happen usually in open air, outside, in the nature. That's one part of it. Second part is, uh, the health. One is physical activity, one is what do you eat. We need to have a simple diet and a normal diet. That's again a very important part of it. And the third is, we have to know what examination we are going to appear, what kind of questions are being asked, what is the duration of the exam, what is the nature, it is a multiple choice or a short answer or an essay type, what will be the set of questions. Now we start preparing, focusing these things in mind right from the day one, and it is a continuous process.
कितने लोग हैं वो देख लेते
Third is we should not keep doubts about the subject in mind for long. We should try to clear doubts as early as possible. Fourth, the attendance. As much regular we are in the classes, chances are there that stress in the examination will be much, much lesser. When we remain absent, when we are irregular, either because of the health reasons, health does not permit, or because of some personal reasons, if that is not happening, our attendance is low, it may add extra pressure during the examination, and that is what we may call it a stress. So these things are to be kept in mind, and definitely the expectations should be as per your preparation, as per your ability, as per your goal and objective. That is how should be the preparation, and that is how the outcome should be looked at. The comparison has to be with self. You need to improve yourself with every examination, not what others are able to achieve. You have to see your ability, your capacity, what you can do, and how best you can perform. It's very simple. And parents have to understand this, and there has to be a close observation by parents. So what is the capacity of my child and how we can help him to improve. And this is a teamwork, absolutely. Same lies with the teachers as well. But there's no alternative, madam, to a planned approach. There's no alternative to correct the right information. There's no alternative to practice. Like, for example, if I have a question paper, I need to practice. Nowadays, we are somehow getting away from the written part. We have more onto technology, more into net. Everything is there. We are getting less practice as far as writing is concerned. So if an examination demands that we need to write maybe a short type answers or essay type answers, then it requires practice, because handwriting is very important. We are not writing for ourselves, we are writing for the invigilator to correct. So we have to ensure that the invigilator is able to not only read the handwriting, but he should be impressed by the overall presentation. That definitely influence when the invigilator is marking the answers. So it's all about practice, practice, and practice. What you practice really matters on the effect of this stress.
Yes, definitely, sir. So, sir, my next point is, what is the difference between stress and pressure? And what is the difference between, or may I ask, what is the difference between positive stress or negative stress?
मैडम, स्ट्रेस अगर आप देखेंगे ना तो कई लोग कई डेफिनेशन देते हैं स्ट्रेस का. ठीक है, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं जैसे हाउ डू यू डील विद अ सिचुएशन, how is your approach, how is your behavior. It mentions about the stress that you are in. And then few people say, it's a kind of energy that is there within you which you're not able to release. So the kind of energy that is there within you, if you're not able to release, that leads to pressure. Like for example, आप देखेंगे लोग लॉन टेनिस खेलते हैं और एक अच्छा शॉट लगाया और जिस उनको पॉइंट्स की जरूरत थी, या एक जो काफी दिन से वो मैच नहीं जीत पा रहे थे और जीत जाते हैं, तो क्या करते हैं, क्या आपने देखा है नहीं देखा है. So they are releasing that energy, isn't it? आप एक बॉलर को देखिए, अगर वो विकेट ले लेता है तो what he's doing, he's trying to release the energy, and it's nothing but the stress goes down. I remember some around 10-15 years ago, I was playing TT with my junior faculty, and the first match I won, the second match I won, and third match he won. And how did he express? You got it, you got it. Actually, he was not pointing at me. He relieved the energy, the stress that built up in him because he was not able to win. So the energy has to be released. It can be in any form, either by sports or by yoga or by meditation or by discussion, but this has to come out. And that is, if it's not coming out, then it is a stress. Anything that creates discomfort to oneself can be taken as stress. Pressure is part of that. bhai behan hai, pressure. When there is a pressure, there is a stress. लेकिन अगर आप देखेंगे कुछ लोग ये डायलॉग देते हैं, टेंशन लेने का नहीं देने का, क्या लेने का नहीं देने का. दिस साउंड्स गुड, लेकिन याद रखिए, जो आप दूसरे को देंगे, you will get it back, maybe in double the quantity. So please don't get carried away. Tension लेने का नहीं देने का. You don't have to give tension to others the way you manage yourself. Why we should give tension to our parents or teachers? Isn't it? If we lead a student's life, a genuine student's life, neither you will be in stress, nor your teachers will be in stress, nor your parents will be in stress. Rather, everybody will be with you at all the time. So it is all about, doing your job honestly. Lead the life that you're supposed to be that very moment. Stress will come down. So this is what actually the stress is, madam. पहले भी था, अभी भी है, कल भी रहेगा. पहले लोग क्या बोलते थे? माइंड योर बिजनेस. आपने सुना होगा. टीचर्स भी हमें, पेरेंट्स भी बोलते थे, टीचर्स भी, हम अभी भी बोलते हैं कि प्लीज माइंड योर ओन बिजनेस. इसका मतलब क्या है? इफ यू माइंड योर ओन बिजनेस, स्ट्रेस विल बी लेस. इफ यू माइंड अदर्स बिजनेस, यू आर वेस्टिंग टाइम. And when you lose time, you are adding stress. So let's manage our business. If I'm a student, am I leading a student's life? Please ponder on it. Discuss on with you yourself. Lead a student's life, your stress is down. Lead simple life, your stress is down. If you are trying to show off, stress is more. झूठ बोलेंगे, stress, you're inviting stress. देखिए मैडम, what is truth? It is like a surgery. It may pain, but give you relief for a very long period. And what is lie? It is like a painkiller. It will give you immediate relief, but it will have side effects. Now, these side effects are stress. If you unnecessarily make your life complex, if you're getting used to telling lies, then it is a painkiller, short-term relief, long-term, asking for stress. Lead a simple life. So when we talk about simple life, we are not saying that if you can afford to have a Mercedes, you should not have Mercedes. If you can afford to dine in a 5-star hotel or live in a 5-star hotel, so you should not go there. We are not talking about that. When we say simple life, we talk about remain humble, remain kind, remain thankful. Go for a simple diet. Have a simple thinking. But don't, if you can afford to have a luxury, please have. But simplicity in approach is important. Remaining grounded is important. And I always believe that we need to be a showman. A showman has followers. If you have followers, your stress is low. A show off distracts people, take away people from you. It adds stress. फिर आप बोलेंगे यार मुझसे तो कोई बात ही नहीं करता है, मुझसे तो कोई दोस्ती नहीं करना चाहता है, मेरी कंपनी में कोई आना ही नहीं चाहता है. That adds again stress. Over to you, madam.
Yes, I completely agree with you. अभी जो आपने points बताए हैं कि आपको काइंड रहना है, या कोई भी सिचुएशन है आप ग्राउंडेड रहिए, पोलाइट रहिए। बट सर मैं यहाँ पे एक वर्ड ऐड ऑन करना चाहूंगी, एंगर। कोई भी सिचुएशन जब हमारे पास आती है और कोई भी स्ट्रेस आता है या हमारे पर प्रेशर आता है, वो कुछ भी, कोई भी सिचुएशन हो सकता है, कोई भी आपकी फैमिली से रिलेटेड कोई बात हो सकती है, ऑफिशियल बात हो सकती है, वर्क प्रेशर हो सकता है। तो ये जो एंगर होता है, ये हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ को बहुत डिस्टर्ब करता है, या मैं बोलूँ शायद बहुत ही एनलार्ज वे में इसका एक अलग ही स्ट्रेस हमारे ऊपर होता है। तो जब हमें वो गुस्सा आता है या हम एंगर हम दिखाते हैं या हम शेयर करते हैं अपने किसी फ्रेंड्स के साथ या अपने स्पाउस के साथ या अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स के साथ, तो उस एंगर, उस सडन मूवमेंट को हम कैसे कोप अप कर सकते हैं, कैसे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं?
देखिए, पहले ये जानना तो जरूरी है कि एंगर इज अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर
फीलिंग,
personality. It is
पर्सनैलिटी।
there. It is there. And we have to understand that we have to control it. We have to manage it. पहली बात तो ये मानना है कि एंगर इज नॉट गुड फॉर द पर्सन और फॉर अदर्स। ये हमें क्लियरली सोच लेना है और ये मन में ठानना है कि आई हैव टू कंट्रोल माय एंगर एंड कीप practicing this. Keep this in mind that you have to control it. You have to keep cool. Slowly we get used to, and control over the anger will come. It doesn't happen overnight. It's all about practicing. First of all, what you should practice. One is how to control anger and why we should control anger. What are different methods of controlling anger? First of all, we must know the theory. We must have the correct information. And then we start practicing. Overnight control will not come. Overnight control will not come. I remember there was a statement given by Mahatma Gandhi, where he said, if you live with anger, you are living like an animal. If you manage anger, you are living like a human being. If you give direction to the anger, you create revolution. And if you drop anger, you attain divinity. So divine banna, it is not an easy task. It requires years and years and years of practice. And how do we learn? Students are watching their teachers. Are we short-tempered? Or are we able to manage tough situations with a very cool mind? The younger ones are learning from their parents. How do they handle? They are learning from many, the close relatives and so on. The students in school and college, and later on, they spend 8 to 9, 10 hours with the teachers and with the college management. So we all have to contribute together, madam, to control anger. It should be a teamwork, collective effort. And anger is not good for anybody. And that's why they say, when you are angry, please don't make decisions. So we should know about all this, and slowly, we should master over it. But we have to. That's why Dhoni became so popular as a captain, a cool captain.
Captain.
Earlier, Amitabh Bachchan was an angry man. If you try to find out about his young days, he was a short-tempered and angry man. But now, that's not the case, isn't it? That's why he's a celebrity, star of the millennium.